with Porsche Penske Motorsport winning the 2025 edition of the 24 Hours of Daytona last weekend in IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship. A new legend was born in motorsports. And I'm talking about Nick Tandy, the first driver in history to win 4 major 24-hour races overall, which are Le Mans, Daytona, Nurburgring and Spa-Francorchamps. So let's remember now all the 4 major wins that Nick Tandy achieved in his career. So first, we will be back to 2015 when Nick Tandy won the 24 Hours of Le Mans. On that occasion, 2015 was the second year of the Porsche 919 Hybrid LMP1 program after a complicated 2014 season with too many issues with the car. In that year, Nick Tandy wasn't a full-season driver in WEC and he ran in the third car, which was an extra one for the Le Mans race. He had Earl Bamber and the Formula 1 driver Nico Hülkenberg as his teammates. Before the 2015 edition of the 24 Hours of Le Mans, Audi was the dominant manufacturer since 2000, and they didn't win only in 2003 and in 2009 and was the brand to be beaten. And in that year, the Audi domination was finally beaten with Nick Tandy, Earl Bamber and Nico Hülkenberg winning the 24 Hours of Le Mans with the car number 19. And with that, Porsche won for the first time since 1998, which was the last victory from the German manufacturer. 3 years later, Nick Tandy was winning the 24 Hours of Nurburgring, which is another major 24 hours race in Europe and is considered as one of most difficult races to win in motorsports, considering a very challenging circuit which is Nordschleife. With rainy conditions, the crew with Nick Tandy, Patrick Pilet, Fred Makowiecki and Richard Lietz won the 24 Hours of Nürburgring in 2018. 2 years later, Nick Tandy was winning the 24 Hours of Spa-Francorchamps, another very important 24 hours race in motorsports and the most important race in GT categories. And this was also a race in rainy conditions, but there was another drama in which the car had some issues in the gearbox in the last 2 laps of the race. But Tandy managed the situation and was able to finish the race in first. 5 years later in 2025, Nick Tandy and Laurens Vanthoor were together again in the Porsche Penske car number 7 and also alongside Felipe Nasr to fight for the 24 Hours of Daytona, which was the IMSA season opener. With a dominant performance, especially in night periods when the track was very cold, and a fantastic overtake from Felipe Nasr over Matt Campbell in the last 22 minutes of the race, the Porsche Penske 7 won the race for the second time in a row at Daytona. And with that, Nick Tandy became the first driver in history to win all the 4 major 24-hour races in motorsports. And the next driver who can also become a Mr. 24-hour race, later this year, is Laurens Vanthoor, because it's only missing an overall win in Le Mans. So will he get this achievement too this year? And congratulations to Nick Tandy in becoming a Mr. 24-hour race. And if you enjoy content about IMSA and WEC, consider subscribing to the channel. We will see you in the next videos.